Hello class, today we'll be doing the topic of working capital. The working capital topic is in unit 4. We'll be covering here what is working capital, what is the importance of working capital. Now to start with, let me explain you first what is working capital. We have discussed often in class that working capital is the amount of money which is required by the firm on the day to day basis so that the firm can run smoothly, right? We can also say that it is the excess of current assets over current liabilities, and the simple formula of this is WC stands for working capital, which is equal to CA, current assets, and CL, that is current liabilities. Right. Now moving on, let us understand that what are current assets and what are current liabilities. Current assets are the assets which can be converted into cash easily in a year or within less than 1 year. Right. It includes cash, bank, bills receivable, prepaid expenses, outstanding income. And current liabilities are those liabilities which can be paid to respective parties within 1 year. It is creditors, outstanding bill, bank overdraft, right? So this is what is the difference between current assets and current liabilities. I hope this current assets and current liabilities concept is already clear to the class. It is discussed many times. And now another point which I want to discuss here is that working capital is that part of current assets, or it's a raw material. Current assets example is raw material which is required to run fixed assets, that is machinery. So if we have current assets, that is raw material, we are running the fixed assets, that is the machinery. So we can say that working capital is a part of current assets, right? Now moving on, let me explain you how we can interpret working capital on the basis of value and time. On the basis of value, we have gross working capital, net working capital, and on the basis of time, we have permanent working capital and temporary working capital. Now, what is gross working capital? It is the gross amount of current assets which the firm has. And what is the net working capital? It is the difference between current assets and current liabilities. Right? Now, current assets are what? These are the cash or cash equivalents. And difference of current assets and current liabilities can be positive or negative, as it can be shown in the diagram. And if it is positive, then we are able to pay the short term loan, and if it is negative, that means the firm is not having sufficient funds and we are not able to pay our short term loan, right? So this working capital is based upon the value, right? Now moving on the other part of the slide where time is written, we have working capital on the basis of permanent working capital and temporary working capital. Now, what is permanent working capital? Permanent working capital is the minimum investment throughout the year, and temporary working capital is the investment which is above the permanent working capital, right? So it is bit excess of permanent working capital. Permanent working capital is the example is the current assets, and temporary is the variable working cap. Example is the variable working capital, which keeps on fluctuating, right? And permanent working capital is the minimum level of activities on the daily basis which is need to be achieved, and temporary depends upon the fluctuating seasonal. It depends upon the seasons, the festivals, and so on. It is bit fluctuating, variable working capital, right? Now moving on, let me explain you the gross. Again, this slide is explaining the gross working capital. Gross working capital refers to the investment in current asset, right? It is also called as gross current assets. And net working capital is a difference between current assets and current liabilities, right? So it has been already explained. Next is, on the basis of time, we have two types of working capital, again permanent working capital and temporary working capital. Permanent working capital is a minimum amount of investment in the current assets required at all the time, right? And it grows with the size of the business. If the business is large, the permanent working capital is large. If it is small, then permanent working capital is low, right? And temporary is, it changes when the it changes over time, or it changes over the or it changes over the different peak periods. Like in festivals, the demand is more, so working capital there is more, and in the seasons we have like in depression season or in the period of seasons, the working capital required is less, right? So these are the basis on which permanent and temporary working capital can be categorized. Now let us understand, is it an issue of today's business? Yes, it is, because every business is, nowadays there is a lot of competition. The business environment is ever changing, right? The business right now is very complex. So today's if you see today's scenario, the working capital issue of working capital, maintenance of working capital, or I can say the optimum working capital requirement is very much essential, right? And what are the problems which are there in maintenance of optimum capital, working capital? Like, it is like, if we have heavy debts, heavy bad debts, if we have shortage of cash, then we cannot maintain optimum level of working capital, which is very much required, right? So the optimum working capital is the working capital which the firm needs to maintain all through the through its, it's all through its, I can say that it's a capital, or it's a capital which the business should have every time. I mean, it has to maintain, it's mandatory for every business firm that it has to maintain its optimum level of, or achieve the optimum level of working capital every time, right? So, and it is very difficult to maintain optimum capital as well, because the firm has to maintain its profit and has to satisfy its creditors also. So maintenance of optimum capital is a big target, for as of now, if we see the current scenario, right? Now let us understand analysis of working capital, right? Working capital is, if it is inadequate, it is risky and it can lead to insolvency. And if it is large, then the funds are idle, and idle funds are also not beneficial, because the firm is losing interest on it, right? So an interest payment cost will be charged all. And if we have adequate short term and long term, then survival of the firm is there, right? At different points of time, growth is there, it shows that the growth is there, right? So what is favorable, what is the favorable ratio of CA? Everyone knows it is 2:1. It means the company should have 2 assets and 1 liability, it signifies, right? So maintaining the optimum working capital is very much essential nowadays, and to maintain it, the CA, the current asset, should be 2:1, right? Now moving on, let us understand the importance of working capital. It is very much important because it is required to use fixed assets profitably. I have already told you in the first slide that if we have good amount of current assets or the raw material, then we can make use of our machinery, that is fixed assets, profitably. How? If the raw material is there, then only we can do the production on machine, and thus we can make our operations profitable, right? Funds are required for day-to-day operations and transactions. For this also, the working capital is needed on a daily basis, and adequate working capital is determine the short term solvency. The firm can never be insolvent or can never be bankrupt if it maintains its adequate working capital. Adequate is that the firm is having the sufficient amount of working capital. Right. Now moving on, let me explain you the working capital management steps. We have current assets management, we have current liability management. Current asset management, we have cash management, debtors management, and inventory management. And in current liability management, we have creditors management and other short term liabilities management. So management of working capital is involved in basis of current asset management and current liability management both, and it is further explained that how the different types of current asset management and current liability management can be seen from this point of view. Now moving on, the steps of working capital management. The techniques that should be applied in different items of current working capital like cash, debtors are: first is cash management, most important aspect of working capital. For cash management, we need to have cash planning, we need to have the management of cash flow, we need to have the optimum cash level and investment in surplus cash. Now what is cash planning? Cash planning is basically the pattern of cash inflow and outflow should be properly predicted in advance. Managing cash flows is that we should manage our cash flow by increasing our inflow and decreasing our cash outflow to the maximum. And how is optimum cash level can be attained in cash management? It can be determined by achieving the objectives of liquidity and profitability. So if the firm is having the liquidity and profitability, the optimum cash level can be achieved. And investment in surplus cash, if we have surplus cash, then we have to invest. We cannot leave that surplus cash idle. We have to invest in this surplus cash as why do we have to invest in surplus cash? So that our interest payment cost and that on that idle fund is not there, right? Now moving on, let me explain you debtor management and inventory management. Debtor management is collecting debts on time. So settling period is 10, 15, 30 days as the terms and conditions of credit sales is. So it says that the proper credit policy, clear credit policy should be maintained, and that the credit limit, the time period should also be mentioned, that in this much time my debtor will be giving me payment back, right? And what is inventory management? Everyone knows what is inventory. Inventory is raw material. So classification and codification of inventory by ABC analysis, which we have done in class, right? It should be there. Maintenance of inventory record, maintenance in the form of LIFO and FIFO should be there. Control of cycle flow of material should be there, right? And storeroom management should be there. So by this we can achieve our inventory management successfully. Now what is creditor management? Creditor management is that we should be able to find reliable and competitive price suppliers, right? Then we should be able to negotiate with them clearly by keeping good records. Other short-term loans management is that management of salaries, wages, expenses of the employees. So this is all which is covered. This is all a type of things which are covered in cash management. And the conclusion is that we can conclude that working capital management is one of the very contemporary issues in the business, and nowadays it is very complex also to maintain, and there should always be a smart plans for procurement of working capital for every firm so as to achieve its ultimate profitability and success in business. Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, you can call me on my phone and can clear your doubts. Further, I'll be taking more lectures on the Unit 4. We'll be sending you more slides and explaining you. Thank you so much, class. Thank you for your time.